Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The person or thing chosen or selected. A natural process resulting in the evolution of organisms best adapted to the environment. A passage selected from a larger work. The act of choosing or selecting. An assortment of things from which a choice can be made. The store carried a large selection of shoes. The person or thing chosen or selected. The act of choosing or selecting. Your choice of colors was unfortunate. One of a number of things from which only one can be chosen. My only choice is to refuse. Of superior grade. Choice wines. Appealing to refined taste. Choice wine. The quantity of a crop that is harvested. He sent the first picking of berries to the market. The person or thing chosen or selected. He was my pick for mayor. A heavy iron tool with a wooden handle and a curved head that is pointed on both ends. They used picks and sledges to break the rocks. Pull lightly but sharply with a plucking motion. Pay for something. Pick up the tab. Look for and gather. Pick mushrooms. The act of choosing or selecting. You can take your pick. The best people or things in a group. Harass with constant criticism. Don't always pick on your little brother. Eat intermittently. Take small bites of. Remove unwanted substances from, such as feathers or pits. A small thin device, of metal or plastic or ivory, used to pluck a stringed instrument. The yarn woven across the warp yarn in weaving. Attack with or as if with a pickaxe of ice or rocky ground, for example. Hit lightly with a picking motion. A basketball maneuver. Obstructing an opponent with one's body. He was called for setting an illegal pick. A thin sharp implement used for removing unwanted material. He used a pick to clean the dirt out of the cracks. Pilfer or rob. Pickpockets. Provoke. Pick a fight or a quarrel. Remove in small bits. Pick meat from a bone. Select carefully from a group. She finally picked her successor. A natural process resulting in the evolution of organisms best adapted to the environment. A natural process resulting in the evolution of organisms best adapted to the environment. A state of surviving, remaining alive. Something that survives. A natural process resulting in the evolution of organisms best adapted to the environment. Take out of a literary work in order to cite or copy. A passage selected from a larger work. He presented excerpts from William James's philosophical writings. A passage selected from a larger work. Obtain from a substance, as by mechanical action. Take out of a literary work in order to cite or copy. A passage selected from a larger work. A solution obtained by steeping or soaking a substance, usually in water. Remove, usually with some force or effort, also used in an abstract sense. Extract a bad tooth. deduce, a principle, or construe, a meaning. Extract by the process of distillation. Calculate the root of a number. Get despite difficulties or obstacles. I extracted a promise from the dean for 2 new positions. Separate, a metal, from an ore. The act of choosing or selecting. One of a number of things from which only one can be chosen. What option did I have? The right to buy or sell property at an agreed price. The right is purchased, and if it is not exercised by a stated date, the money is forfeited. The cognitive process of reaching a decision. Having the power or quality of deciding. Cast the deciding vote. The cognitive process of reaching a decision. A good executive must be good at decision-making. An organic process that takes place in the body. Respiratory activity. The state of being active. His sphere of activity. The trait of being active, moving or acting rapidly and energetically. The level of activity declines with age. A process existing in or produced by nature, rather than by the intent of human beings. Volcanic activity. Any specific behavior. They avoided all recreational activity. Chemistry, the capacity of a substance to take part in a chemical reaction. Catalytic activity. A process existing in or produced by nature, rather than by the intent of human beings. A process existing in or produced by nature, rather than by the intent of human beings. A military engagement. He saw action in Korea. A judicial proceeding brought by one party against another. One party prosecutes another for a wrong done or for protection of a right or for prevention of a wrong. The operating part that transmits power to a mechanism. The piano had a very stiff action. Institute legal proceedings against. File a suit against. She actioned the company for discrimination. Put in effect. He actioned the operation. The state of being active. He is out of action. A process existing in or produced by nature, rather than by the intent of human beings. The action of natural forces. An act by a government body or supranational organization. Recent federal action undermined the segregationist position. Something done, usually as opposed to something said. There were stories of murders and other unnatural actions. The most important or interesting work or activity in a specific area or field. The action is no longer in technology stocks but in municipal bonds. The series of events that form a plot. His novels always have a lot of action. The trait of being active and energetic and forceful. A man of action. The passing of a law by a legislative body. A bodily reaction of changing from one place or stage to another. The passage of air from the lungs. The act of passing from one state or place to the next. A journey usually by ship. The outward passage took 10 days. A short section of a musical composition. The motion of one object relative to another. A path or channel or duct through or along which something may pass. The nasal passages. The act of passing something to another person. A section of text, particularly a section of medium length. A way through or along which someone or something may pass. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. A veritable smorgasbord of religions. An assortment of foods starting with herring or smoked eel or salmon etc. with bread and butter, then cheeses and eggs and pickled vegetables and aspics, finally hot foods, served as a buffet meal. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. The act of mixing together. An event that combines things in a mixture. A gradual mixture of cultures. Any foodstuff made by combining different ingredients. He drank a mixture of beer and lemonade. Chemistry. A substance consisting of two or more substances mixed together, not in fixed proportions and not with chemical bonding. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. An anthology of short literary pieces and poems and ballads etc. The act of distributing things into classes or categories of the same type. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. A great assortment of cars was on display. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. A musical composition consisting of a series of songs or other musical pieces from various sources. A jar of mixed flower petals and spices used as perfume. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. Cooked meats and eggs and vegetables usually arranged in rows around the plate and dressed with a salad dressing. Having sections or patches colored differently and usually brightly. A jester dressed in motley. Make something more diverse and varied. Make motley. Color with different colors. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. Consisting of a haphazard assortment of different kinds. A motley crew. A garment made of motley, especially a court jester's costume. A multicolored woolen fabric woven of mixed threads in 14th to 17th century England. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. He had a variety of disorders. A show consisting of a series of short unrelated performances. A category of things distinguished by some common characteristic or quality. Noticeable heterogeneity. The range and variety of his work is amazing. A difference that is usually pleasant. He goes to France for variety. Biology. A taxonomic category consisting of members of a species that differ from others of the same species in minor but heritable characteristics. A collection containing a variety of sorts of things. Preferred above all others and treated with partiality. A competitor thought likely to win. Something regarded with special favor or liking. That book is one of my favorites. A special loved one. Appealing to the general public. A favorite tourist attraction. Space for movement. Make way for. A course of conduct. We went our separate ways. Thing or person that acts to produce a particular effect or achieve an end. The true way to success. A line leading to a place or point. Didn't know the way home. To a great degree or by a great distance, Very much, right. Smart is regional in the United States. Way over budget. How something is done or how it happens. A lonely way of life. A general category of things, used in the expression, in the way of. They didn't have much in the way of clothing. A journey or passage. They are on the way. Any artifact consisting of a road or path affording passage from one place to another. He said he was looking for the way out. A portion of something divided into shares. They split the loot 3 ways. Doing as one pleases or chooses. If I had my way. The condition of things generally. That's the way it is. The property of distance in general. It's a long way to Moscow. A fundamental feeling that is hard to define but that people desire to experience. He was tingling with pleasure. Something or someone that provides a source of happiness. The pleasure of his company. A formal expression. He serves at the pleasure of the president. An activity that affords enjoyment. He puts duty before pleasure. Sexual gratification. He took his pleasure of her. Preferred above all others and treated with partiality. A competitor thought likely to win. Something regarded with special favor or liking. A special loved one. Appealing to the general public.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.